Well, I don't know. Back, sorry about that. PlayStation literally just logged me out because they had to change the terms of service. So they made me fucking log out, or didn't log me out, but they just shut my shit down and then made me fucking do this. And then I had to. It's fucking stupid, man. Well, whatever. I apologize for the short streams today. It's gonna be two kind of short ass streams today, but whatever. It's out of my control. I can't do anything about it. I was really scared though for a second. I thought my shit got hacked or something. Well, if anybody comes back, cool. If not, it's there. Sorry about that. Talk. The PlayStation just like literally logged me out of nowhere, and then was like, "Hey, we want terms of service," and then I did it, and they're like, "All right, cool." I've literally never had that happen. Like as long as I've had my PlayStation, which I got it like maybe 5 or 6 months after it released. I have never, not once. Granted, I don't go online. I don't go like online very often, but I've literally never had that happen before. It's fucking bizarre. But yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Stop the clock. I understand life can be hard, but you know, we're gonna only be dead anyway eventually. So there's no point in, you know, there's no point in speeding anything up. It's just, you know, life is gonna end when life ends. You never know either. I mean, you could live till next week, or you could live 150 years from now. I don't know. But overall, like, you know, again, I know shit, it can get hard, and I get it, and I know that, you know, it's easy to get in that kind of design mindset, or that, not design, get in that defeatist mindset, because believe me, I've been there before. It's not anything It's not what I call anything inherently bad. It's not necessarily good, but it's not necessarily bad either. It's just a feeling, and feelings are change all the time. So, you know, just remember that. Like, life changes all the fucking time, for better or for worse. You know, and you know, all we can do is ride this shit till the wheels fall off. And you know, yeah, it's just, you know, you just gotta hang in there, dude. I'm sure one day, you know, things will get better and you'll be in a better place. It might take a little while and it might take some work, but you know, that's life, unfortunately. Life is work, you know. And you just gotta keep that in mind, you know. Life is always changing. Life is an ever-evolving thing. And, you know, it's kind of like what I just watched. I didn't watch the actual movie or anything all the way through, but I just watched the scene from, I think it was the fifth Rocky Balboa. I can't remember if it was the fifth or sixth Rocky, because they made quite a few of them, but I think it was like the last one they made, maybe. But in the movie, there's the scene where he's talking to his son, who's played by the dude from Heroes and a bunch of other shit. I can never remember his name, but he's got that like, he's got that awkward jawline, like kind of like Sylvester Stallone, where it's like he looks like he had a stroke because half his lip only comes down when he's talking, but I think he's normal. Anyway, he could have had a stroke. I don't know. That's why Stallone has kind of a speech impediment and a little bit of a weird lip, is because he had a stroke when he was younger, and it paralyzed part of his face, which kind of worked for him in the long run. But yeah, but it's like the scene was his son is talking to, like, his son is come out to talk to Rocky, and his son is not happy because Rocky, I think if I remember correctly, it's the one where Rocky's like trying to make a comeback, so he's gonna fight this dude. I can't remember the guy's name or anything, but he's gonna fight somebody, and his son's like, everybody is making fun of you. You are a joke. And he's like, don't you understand that, you know, he's like, I have your last name, I'm your son, I have your last name, like, don't you understand that, you know, this shit doesn't just affect you, it affects me too. And I understand where he's coming from, to a point, because, you know, my dad used to say a lot of the time that, at least to me, he was like, look, you're my kid, so you are a reflection of me. So when you fuck up, it looks like I fuck up. And I know I didn't fuck up, so you better not fuck up, because if you make me look like I fuck up, I'm gonna fuck you up. He didn't say like he's gonna beat me or anything, but it's just like his way of, God damn, this fucking asshole. But yeah, he just has his way of like kind of talking and explaining things that's a little on the harder side. But you know, but the whole thing was like in the movie, Rocky was like, he's like, you used to fit in the palm of my hand when you were a baby. And he's like, and I used to look at you every time I held you, and I'd tell your mom, like, this kid's gonna be something. He's gonna be even bigger than I am. Like, he's gonna make something of himself. He's gonna do what he needs to do. And he's like, and for a long time you were doing that. He's like, but somewhere along the way, you just decided that what everybody thought of you was more important than what you thought of yourself. And he's like, and you became angry and you became bitter, and you just look around for somebody to blame. And all you can do is sit there and blame other people when you never blame yourself, or even give yourself or even bother asking yourself what the fuck is the issue. And he's like, the world is a harsh fucking, life is a hard fucking place. The world is a hard fucking place. It is not nice. The world is 90% not a nice place. Yeah, you can go on vacation. You can go places. Yeah, it's cool and awesome. But overall, in itself, life is hard. And it's supposed to be hard. I mean, it's life. If life was easy, it wouldn't be called life. It would just be called Easy Street. And he was like, he's like, life is not about how hard you can hit. He said life is about how hard you can get hit and still move forward with yourself, you know. And that's this is gonna sound like really weird, but I'm a firm believer in the concept of like suffrage for growth, basically. And it's like, why it sounds weird is because the way I'm gonna explain this is gonna sound kind of weird or a little fucked up. But the way I see it is that people who suffer in life, or people who don't have a hard life, at least even for the beginning of it, or some part of it, you know, people who grow up, you know, struggling and you know, having to work hard and shit like that, they have a choice to either let life, you know, they have a choice to either beat life or let life beat them. I mean, it's pretty much all a choice we have in the long run, but when it comes to people who actually live life and they don't grow up with like a silver spoon up their ass or anything like that, you know, I feel like, you know, it's like the old saying, it's kind of cliche, but every anything that doesn't kill you always makes you stronger, and that's kind of true, because the more you deal with life, the more resilient you get to life's bullshit, you know, and the more you get wise to life's bullshit, the easier it is to maneuver around the bullshit. So, and I'm not saying that like I necessarily want people to suffer. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that, like, I'm not happy that people suffer, but at the same time, you know, harsh conditions bring about change, in my opinion. You know, you don't really change if life was good all the time. Nobody would grow. You know, nobody would grow as people. Nobody would grow as human beings. We would become sterile, you know, bullshit that would just sit in one place and die, or you know, and do nothing with ourselves.
Let's do the same thing for our next fight.
You know, that's like the old, like the age-old question of, you know, why can't why aren't human beings immortal? And I'm not necessarily saying that like they're not immortal because we just can't live forever. That's obvious. But like, even if they could, you know, mortality brings about it a finite existence that we know is true. We don't know when we're going to die, but we know at some point we're going to die. If you couldn't die, then if you couldn't die, then life would kind of not have a purpose, because you would never really want to do anything. Because if you don't ever die, what the fuck is the point of even achieving anything or trying anything or doing anything? Because, I mean, yeah, the sensation will be there, obviously, to do whatever the fuck you're doing, but at the same time, you know, you will get bored of everything, and life will just become meaningless because there's no end to anything. So if you're not going to die, why do something now when you could do it 10,000 years from now or something, you know, 100,000 years from now? I don't know what fucking, you know, basically living until the Earth explodes and then you can't live no more. And after that, I don't know what the fuck you do. I guess wander around in space or something. I have no fucking clue. But I'm just saying, like, overall, you know, the mortality is one of the only things that really gives us an essence of what life is like, what life is, and what life can be. Without like mortality, you know, if we were just all immortal, nobody would care about anything, because it wouldn't be the point. We can do it whenever we want to. We're going to be here forever. You know, there would be no structure to anything. There would be no real like
Enemy eliminated. Nice one, got it up high.
like there would be no urgency. There would be no like vindication. There would be nothing. It would just be, I'll just do it later. You know. And even then, it's like, let's say if you did do a lot of things all the way through, like, you know, you're immortal, so you would have to just constantly keep doing something new, because you would just get, you know, you would master everything to a point, or just do nothing with your life. I don't know. But yeah, it's, you know, like, so, you know, life is different for everybody to a point. Probably not as unique as I think it is with our living experience, too, but, you know, at the same time, there's a nobody knows who these living experience is. You can argue that back to what it is if you want to, but yeah, you're definitely not one of those living. You know, you found my channel on nowhere. I mean, I was projecting you, but I thought that you're like old and so forth. Now, you're one of the few random people that don't know me in real life or in some way, shape, or form that found my channel and has continuously come back for the most part, and I appreciate the hell out of you for that. And you know, you seem like a cool person, regardless of what you might be going through. You know, it doesn't change about the fact that you seem like a cool person. So, you know, I'm always happy to have you in my streams. I have no problem with you being here or anything. You know, I always greet your presence. So yeah, you know, you just really got to stop comparing yourself to anybody else and just start focusing on yourself and fuck the world and how they see you. How do you see yourself? You know, and then if you see yourself negatively, you got to ask why you see yourself negatively. And you know, at that point, you just got to break down kind of what is the root of these feelings, if there is one. You know, you not have something that you want, or you not where you want to be, like. You know, and I know it's a hard thing to ponder in a certain way. Oh God, yeah.
Not bad. I appreciate.
How are you?
What's mine? 140? What is this one? Oh yeah, that's why. So Yukari must. Is it only for men? Oh yeah, it's only for men. He's the only other guy I fear, so that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, you gotta stop comparing yourself and just start figuring out how do you want, like, if you could be a person, like, how do you want to be so you're happy with yourself? You know, what would make you look at yourself and feel like you're not a loser, basically. Once you have that question, I mean, once you answer that question, you will be probably much better off in how you feel about yourself, because you'll know what you need to work towards. if you want to work towards something.
I think I can use it now.
You know, and again, if you don't, I mean, if you start small, you know, if you're trying to get somewhere new, you know, just start small, handle what you can right now, and just kind of work yourself up from there when you get comfortable with things, you know. There's obviously no rush, so. You know, I think when I remember you saying you're still relatively young for the most part. You got plenty of time ahead of you, and if I remember correctly, kind of around what your age is, I didn't have shit figured out by your age, so don't feel bad. I still don't have shit figured out. You know, the profession I got into, which I guess if you call it that, I mean it's mostly a profession. I think it's a little bit more dynamic than like some random ass job you can get. And I've been doing the same thing for a while now. I'm working at different companies doing it, but I didn't originally like think I was going to get into this kind of work that I do now. Not by a long shot, you know. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with myself. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know how to fucking do it, and I still don't really know how to do it, you know. And even if I did know how to do it, I don't know how lucrative it would be just in general. So, it's not. Oh, it's fire. They're fire. That's what it is. But forgot. But yeah, so you know, it's not a. Life is not a race. Life is a journey. Just remember that. You ain't got to. There is no point in competing with anybody else except for yourself. And even then, why would you compete with yourself? That's stupid. You know. And you may not be the biggest fan of yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of myself most of the time either. I'm not like saying that I necessarily practice what I preach 100%, but I do at least see some good in myself for certain things. You know, I'm good at my job. I think, and I've grown as quite a bit as a person, just in general. I think I'm a good friend, you know. But you know, also fuck them kids. Who cares what they think? Most of these kids can't fucking read now. Can't do basic fucking math. Like, goddamn. New generation is a bunch of fucking goddamn idiots. Bunch of iPad kids raised on fucking YouTube, like brain rot and shit. They got no attention spans. They got no fucking like social cueing. Everybody wants to be a fucking victim. Everybody wants to be fucking, like, pandered to and shit. Like, come on. Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, if you don't have a criminal record, you aren't hooked on hardcore drugs, you're not like a goonmeister who just sits in his room gooning all day for fucking hours and hours and hours and hours a day, you're probably a little bit above, and you're probably a little bit above everybody. You're probably a little bit above most people then, honestly. You know, I mean, even if you're living at your parents' house, it's still a place to live. Some people don't even have fucking parents to live with, you know.
This will improve my capabilities. That was a spectacular
You know,
finish.
a lot of the time, people don't have shit, and that's not necessarily always their fault. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But you know, so I mean,
Shadow-sided. Initializing combat
you
mode.
might have more than you think you do, even if you don't think you have much. You know, it's just like I said, life is not necessarily like a a race or anything, because that'd be pointless, you know.
In this situation, looks like fire will work.
That's
great.
proof of fire. Got fire and what is it? You think we get ice?
It'll
That's
take
what
a
it is.
little more time. Exceptional
I mean, believe me, this is coming from somebody who has quite a few successful friends for the most part. You know,
optimal.
a lot of friends that I have or have had, even back in like friends in high school, I don't talk to anymore. You know, a lot of them do own houses. Like, a lot of them have very decent jobs. A lot of them are married with children. Like, doesn't necessarily mean they're happy people, but I'm just saying in general, like, a lot of them are in a place where I kind of thought I would be at this age. So, yeah, it would be very, very fucking easy for me to just get into a deep depression about the fact that I'm not doing as good as they are, you know, and then just decide I don't want to, you know, just give up. But it's like, you know, yeah, I may not own a house and shit, but owning a house is complicated, you know. Owning a house is not an easy thing to do for the most part. It may seem easy because, you know, we were always kind of told it was, but it's not easy, you know. There are a lot of bullshit that goes into owning a home. You know, you got taxes, you got fucking property taxes, you got, you know, shit breaks, you gotta fix it, you know. You gotta keep up the property if you ever want to sell it again. And yeah, I mean, houses are, like, property is a pretty good commodity to have. But at the same time, it doesn't come without its flaws, and sometimes you can't sell your fucking house.
Pretty well.
You know, and if you can't sell your house, what the fuck are you gonna do with it? You know, you just have to live in it, even if you don't want to. So yeah, it's not like a. It may not be like a fun thing to do, but you know, and yeah, I mean, I'm not saying necessarily owning a house isn't like worth it in the long run, because I do find. I mean, it's both worth it and not worth it. It depends on how you look at it. You know, again, owning a house is kind of expensive.
Treasure?
You may not have to pay rent, but you're still paying either a mortgage or property taxes, one of the two. And property taxes are getting fucking insane in some of these states. Like, property taxes alone are making a lot of people wish they didn't own a house. You know, that's just sad, but it is what it is.
Powerful enemy spot.
So, you know, it's not, even if you aren't necessarily where you want to be, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get to where you want to be. It just takes work, you know, and you just gotta willing to put in the work, and you gotta kind of know where the work needs to be put in, you know. And if you're a little lost on where to start first, I mean, look that shit up on the internet. I'm sure somebody has advice or something, and if not, ask somebody you know if they have advice about, you know, whatever the fuck you want to know about. So yeah, it's, you know, again, and this is coming from somebody who fell in that trap a lot, and I still kind of do sometimes with certain things. You know, like I said, I got a few friends who own houses. I don't own a house. I probably never will. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know, but I don't know how I'll be able to afford one up to this point in time. Hard to say. So, you know, and no, I'm not like married. I have no kids, which no, have kids is necessarily not a bad thing. I would be cool to have kids, but I'm necessarily not all cracked up I don't have kids either, because kids are expensive. And raising a kid nowadays would be fucking insane. You know, again, raising kids, great thing to do, but also crazy thing to do. You know, it's a lot of work. And you stuck with that shit until they're 18. And even after that, you may still be stuck with them. Who knows? You know, it's a lifelong commitment for the most part. Shit, I don't even own an animal since I don't really want to take care of something at the moment. It's not just myself, because that's what's going to work best for me is take care of myself, you know.
One step at a time.
But I get where you're coming from. Like I said, I've been there before. I'm not like the most like, you know, oh yeah, life is fucking amazing kind of person. Like, but I mean, at least now in my life, I try to look on the better side of things if I can, because, again, I've been to the shitty side of things that never really is all that good. So.
Hey, that's just unfair.
Why do I feel like these things block everything?
I'll go with. Never mind.
Electricity's useless here. Keep that in mind.
What to do?
Why do I have a feeling that they're gonna absorb all? Oh, ice. Oh, they're weak to ice. Okay, that works. So, you know, all I can say is just keep your head up. You know, I mean, you're always welcome to my stream. You know, and if you need to vent a little, I mean, we're here, or at least I'm here. You know, so just don't feel like you're completely alone in the world, because you ain't. You know, may not be there physically or very often, but I'm here.
Let's try something else.
You know, but just like I said, just remember, life is not about how you start or where you are. It's just, you know, because eventually you will be finished. And when you die, none of this is going to matter anyway. You know, it don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter how many cars you have. It don't matter how many fucking houses you have. It don't matter if you married the fucking finest woman in the land. It don't matter if you have 1 million kids. You go and die. And you go and die alone. And when I mean alone, I mean maybe not like, you might have people around you and stuff with you, but you are the only one dying at that point, so you are dying alone, you know, and you are entering whatever the fuck is beyond the other side. And that's, I mean, you know, I always said the reason why I didn't, like, one of the reasons I'm probably still here in this plane of existence is because even though at times I very much, you know, not wanted to be alive anymore, the fear of death, or I have like a terrifying fear of death, unfortunately. And I'm probably not alone in that, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying like I'm a unique person when I'm scared of dying. Because I would say most people are scared of dying, and if you're not scared of dying, there's probably something wrong with you. But
Using items.
so I mean, yeah, it's. Yeah, death is very permanent. I mean, unless like we're wrong and the whole reincarnation thing is real, there ain't nothing you can do about death. It's going to happen eventually.
Keep that in mind.
Well, it's like I said, is kind of the point of life. You know, it sucks and it's scary as fuck, but at the same time, it almost seems like when you come to a certain point in life, you kind of just accept it, you know. You know, probably most really good old people, like 90 plus, chances are, they probably don't have, I mean, they don't necessarily want to die per se, but they don't have like the same apprehension of dying that we do. You know, and it's like the concept of living to like 30 or 40 compared to like 90 is a totally different process, you know. Like, I may not be old, I may not be young, but I'm definitely like in this weird middle spot. Depending on how old I'm going to live, I mean, I'm almost middle-aged. Which is a weird thing to think about, but... and I could already be middle-aged. I don't know. It really depends on how long I live, which none of us know, obviously, so...
Feeling pretty good.
So, you know, just keep that in mind. Like, yeah, death is a very permanent thing. You can't come back from that shit. No matter how much you wish you could, even if you could.
Now's the time.
Once you're dead, you're dead. Very few miracles happen in this world with people rise from the dead. It doesn't really happen a lot much anymore, obviously. So, you know, there's no point in speeding up the process when it's going to happen eventually anyway. You might as well just let this shit play out and see how it goes, you know. Because what have you got to lose, you know?
Well, the enemy lines are
You ain't got shit to lose.
Now's your chance.
You ain't got shit to lose except time. You're gonna lose that anyway. So fuck it. You know? Might as well just deal with it while you can, you know. But again, I mean, like I said, I always feel like the more you go through, the easier things get to get through, basically, in a weird way. You know, I've been homeless. I've been broke. And I'm talking about like broke, like $2 in my pocket, and that's all I got, kind of broke, with no money coming in anytime soon. You know, I've been unemployed a few times. Granted, luckily unemployment doesn't last long for me, but I've been unemployed. You know, I've never been like addicted to hardcore drugs, but I've been like extremely depressed before. You know, I've done, you know, never like anything horrible, but I've done some not great stuff in my life as far as like myself, not really other people per se, but. And I mean, have I hurt people's feelings before? Probably. Have I made people cry? I don't know. Maybe. Do I feel pleasure in it? No. But you know, also the older you get, the more you just stop giving a fuck about those kind of things anyway.
This I can fight even better.
I don't know if they really want one break. But yeah, all I can say is I just hope you're doing well, and I hope you keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, you just gotta dig it, you know. Never have no in your heart, that kind of thing.
Greetings.
But I always appreciate you being here, so you always got a spot in my streams, my dude. Always got a spot in my stream. You always got somewhere to chill with me. At least you didn't have to have a Google like I did. it. Sucks out of every problem.
Yes. Hey, doesn't that chest look kind
No, not funny.
Hey!
Who the fuck is Sonata?
We gotta keep moving.
There's a chest. Wanna try opening it?
Enemy spotted. Awaiting orders.
This shouldn't be a problem.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Get him! You can't slow down. Everyone, follow my lead.
Weapons free!
Put you down! This is over. Hey.
Enemy spotted. Awaiting orders. Yes! This should be a good test of your strength.
do?
Yes! This is roll!
Let's do it.
Go.
All systems are go. Shadow sight.
Now
Please
for
help us! We won't know it hit them! Do this. Yes! For my
I
friends!
think you do that, but whatever.
What to do?
Darkness seems effective here. You can hit a weakness with this. Well, amazing!
Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next.
Treasure chest identified.
I'm ready. I'll go with Matador!
That's an enemy down!
Told you to sit down, I'm get down. I'm about to hit ground when I'm in the box. My head's way out of this bell. Nobody's Good teamwork, everyone. Now on to the next. Looks like someone's trapped in here.
Yes. I've been waiting for you. Marvelous.
Time is it?
Great.
Leave the front lines to me.
That one's perfect. Take it down if you can.
I'll go with. Naga! Nice work. You dodged that?
In this situation, wind isn't good on this one. We'll have to try something else. Oh no! Looks like you can target a weakness. You can hit a weakness with this. Persona, engage! That's the last one.
Good work.
Great, Igus! 2 enemies defeated! Entering full automation mode! Maximum output!
Goddamn!
All enemies defeated! Wait,
Ignis fucking shit up.
That was a good workout.
oh, can we go up those stairs?
In that case,
Treasure chest identified. Will you open it?
Buffalo. Bob off it.
Rare treasure chest.
Wall off it.
this shouldn't be a problem.
Wall off it. The most underrated Pokemon is Wall with that.
I'm ready.
I mean, not really, but yeah.
was just fire.
The enemy arms are back.
Let's do it.
We beat them to a pulp, as they say.
This is... Uh-huh. Um...
All right.
Entering combat.
I'll go with Naga.
Yes! You're on a roll! Ammunition loaded! Weapon free!
Who's gonna win this?
Hikari-chan's been poisoned! Do you have an antidote?
To do this.
Now's the time. You're poisoning something! Keep an eye on your health! This is my cue!
What to do? Naga.
That's it! Enemy down!
Multiple system failures.
Oh no! That's
To do
not
this.
good! Eo!
It is time.
Attack it! One more! All enemies defeated!
Significant damage sustained.
Okay.
The Chronic.
What? Um...
Object of value located.
Looks like you can target a weakness.
Come!
Well executed.
That's an enemy down!
High pixie!
The enemy left you on a roll!
Get ready.
Doing pretty well.
Hey, that looks like a rig.
The situation is favorable. Two enemies. You can take them. Focus. Oh, why not?
I'll go with.
Time for some healing.
Well executed.
This is your
Get ready.
firing at resistance capacity. Let's do the same thing for our next fight. If I may say so. Marvelous. Very well then. Good day. Here are my let's hear the results. Are accepting a request? Very well then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it there for the night. I gotta hit the head, or I gotta hit the aim just a little bit for work tomorrow. So we will pick this back up tomorrow. It should be on a little quicker tomorrow because I don't have to go to the store and stuff after work. So I think we'll be a little better. But other than that, thank you everybody for coming to hang out. Sorry for the interruption between the stream. That was not my fault. That was PlayStation being fucking stupid or whatever. Thank you, Stop the Clock Forever. It's always a pleasure, dude. Like I said, you're always welcome to my stream. So, anytime you're around, feel free to pop in and we'll be here. Other than that, thank you everybody else who came into the stream. Even if you didn't say anything, still appreciate you guys. But yeah, we'll pick this up probably tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. And I'll leave you with that with a